is made of elements, substances that cannot be broken down by chemical activity. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that retains the element's properties. Atoms are the building blocks for everything in the universe, including ourselves. People often think of atoms as the smallest possible forms of matter, but even smaller particles make up atoms. Each atom has a dense center called a nucleus. The nucleus contains neutrons, which have a neutral electric charge, and protons, which are positively charged. The number of protons in an atom determines an element's physical properties. No two elements have the same number of protons. Are negatively charged particles called electrons. Electrons and protons attract each other, so atoms usually have equal numbers of the two particles.
Just how small are atoms? Well, to understand this, let's ask this question. How many atoms are in a grapefruit? Well, let's assume that the grapefruit is made up of only nitrogen atoms, which isn't at all true, but there are nitrogen atoms in a grapefruit. Well, to help you visualize this, let's blow up each of the atoms to the size of a blueberry. And then how big would the grapefruit have to be? It would have to be the same size of, well, actually, the Earth. That's crazy. You mean to say that if I filled the Earth with blueberries, I would have the same number of nitrogen atoms as a grapefruit? That's right. So how big's the atom? Well, that's really small. And you know what? It gets even more crazy. Let's now look inside of each atom. That's the blueberry, right? What do you see there? In the center of the atom is something called the nucleus, which contains protons and neutrons. And on the outside, you'd see electrons. So how big is the nucleus? Well, if atoms are like blueberries in the Earth, how big would the nucleus be? You might remember the old... So to get our minds wrapped around how big the nucleus is, we need to blow up the blueberry up to the size of a football stadium. So imagine a ball the size of a football stadium, and right smack dab in the center of the atom, you would find the nucleus. And you could see it. And it would be the size of a small marble.